All of the examples that we use throughout this series are available as a download on buildamodule.com. To get it, go ahead and go to buildamodule.com/resource-pack, and then click the download link here in order to download the zip file. Once the download is complete, go ahead and navigate to its location on your file system and double-click it in order to expand it. Go ahead and expand the folder, and inside of this folder is another folder called PHP Programming Basics. This is where all of the examples are. Let's go ahead and copy this folder and put it somewhere where you can remember. For me, I'm going to go ahead and put it right next to the Drupal site that I installed in the previous video. I'm going to go ahead and remove these additional files. We can always download the resource pack later when we move on to the other videos. Next, what we're going to do is use the folder that Drupal installed in as the folder for our examples. So I'm going to go ahead and expand the Drupal folder. Now again, this is the folder that was created when we installed Drupal in our last step, where we used a fresh version of default Drupal and imported it into Dev Desktop. And what we're going to do is move all of these files into another folder called Drupal, just for now, so that we can use the folder, and then later when we want to use this installation, we can move those Drupal files back. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder called Drupal, and I'm going to go ahead and move all the files into it. Now let's go ahead and navigate to our site through the browser using the Dev Desktop control panel. Now on this control panel, if we click Go to My Site, we would go to that first site that was created when we installed Dev Desktop initially. Right now we want to go to the second site that we imported later. So let's go to Settings, go to Sites, click on our imported Drupal installation, and then click Go To. Now this page might look a little strange at first, but what it is an index page. In Apache, whenever it goes to a folder where there are files or folders within that folder, it will show this default index page. Right now there's just one folder in it called Drupal. We can override this page by creating an index.html or an index.php file inside of this folder. For now, what we're going to do is add an example file to this folder that we can use to progressively work through some of the introductory examples. So let's go over to the resource pack, and we're going to expand this first folder called Strings and Variables. Inside of this, let's go ahead and copy this first step, which is called test.html.helloworld.html.step. Now the convention we're using for these files is we're adding a .step at the end so that it's easy to configure your text editor to format this file how you'd like. If that doesn't make any sense, don't worry about it. And then the files are numbered sequentially so you can see which steps are first, and so you can easily sort these files by order. The first part of the file name is the actual name of the file, so in this case it's test.html, and then that's followed by a short description of this file. So in this case, we are creating an HTML version of Hello World. So let's go ahead and copy this file, and then jump over to our scripts directory, and we'll go ahead and paste it in. Then we'll rename it test.html. Okay, now let's jump back to the browser and refresh the index here. And now we see our test.html file. Let's click on it, and you see it says Hello World. Let's go ahead and open up this test.html file in a text editor. So I'm going to jump back to our scripts directory, and I'm going to open up this file in a text editor. You can see that it's pretty simple. It says Hello World, and then world is surrounded by emphasis tags. So if this is your first time dealing with creating web pages and working with HTML and PHP code, congratulations, because you just built your first web page.